What's poppin', y'all? Welcome to another episode of Spotlight. Guess who's in the spotlight? Yep, you guessed it right. I know you guessed it right this time. Andre 3000. Thou wow. Andre 3 stacks. Half of Outcast. 16 ain't enough. I remember the first time I heard this song. It still gives me chills. So, we're going to get into this in a second. First, let me do my little mentions. Shout out to my subscribers. I'm always going to give y'all a shout out because y'all deserve it, man. All of y'all. Every last one of y'all deserve a shout out. Shout out. That's why I got it on my little page. Whoever subscribes to my channel, they get that new subscriber, boom, gets a shout out. Automatically updates. I'm telling you, man, y'all subscribers are dope. You want to be a part of that club? Yeah, I know what y'all need to do. Subscribe. So shout out to the people that view my channel, the new, I'm about to say likes, the new and returning viewers. Y'all are dope too. Thanks for coming back. Welcome back. Shout out to the people that liked. Now it's your turn. People that like my videos and the people that comment. Y'all keep doing that work. I'm gonna keep bringing this work. Oh snap! I said it. Forgot about it the last video, but I didn't forget this time. I was just doing so much on my mind. Anyways, we finna get into this. Spotlight Andre 3000. Play the whole song, you know how it goes, but we're gonna shine an extra light on Andre 3000 because 16 ain't enough. Let's get it. Maybe I should skip past the entrance and the hook so the video won't be so long. I got y'all. I got y'all. It was an 8-minute song. The hook 16 ain't enough.
Can I squeeze my whole life into it?
See? Look, we would have been sitting through like a minute of talking, bruh.
With your wordplay? When 16 ain't exactly what life.
I'ma find it. I'ma find it. Hold on. I'ma find it.
More that I make now.
Alright, I found it. I clicked the 137. Let's go to 129.
It's funny how things change, funny how time fly. More than my feet travel, the more that I feel fly. More that I make now, the more that the chick smile. She called me a local nigga, I opened the Swiss account. Eisenhower status at a James on the dash. Smooth as John Coltrane, cruising in the Cadillac. Seville, feel my life on the real. We the last boys, so this is a real premiere. Rolling like Mick Jagger, the women just getting better. All I see is the money, cream, Eric Clapton. All I wanted was 116 ain't enough. Talking that fast money.
Bruh, I'm not even gonna sleep on Rick Ross. His verse, dope. Like for real. I'm not even gonna lie. Like I can break down, but I'm not even focused on that right now, to be honest. Like the song as a whole is dope. We know what we're here for. I know when y'all got this album, was it download that time? Whatever. When y'all came across the song, it was like, I wonder what Andre 3 Stacks said. And the new kids don't even know about Andre 3000. Nigga's dope.
15 every month. When your people label poor, that motivated me more. Everything I ever wore was once worn before. Roll with the punches, now it's box office numbers. Dressed like Sammy Davis, steaming my marijuana. Double MGs, double MPs. We in every hood, nigga, government cheese. Yachts and yacht masters, old dirty bastard. Floor seat for the heat, paper that I'm stacking. Better put away a penny for the rainy days. Pick and roll, give and go, fuck a fadeaway. Living like Scottie Pippen, dribble rivers for bitter. Started off with a scribble, now I'm flowing the river. She say my heart cold, I'm naming my son December. Whitney died night before the Grammys, damn what a memory.
You know what's crazy is when they say when 16 ain't enough, and then at the beginning of the song he says, how I'm supposed to squeeze my whole life into a 16 bar verse. But I guess you could say he's talking about his life. I I don't know. I think he's talking about his life. Actually, I'm pretty sure he's talking about his life after he had money, and then he try to go like back. He's like going back and forth, and it's like at a weird. I know I don't want to notice it because it's difficult to explain. It's like a weird. It's weird, but it's dope though. But it's just weird. I think he could have started from the beginning on where he was at, and then where he's at now, and then maybe slide back to the middle and like that kind of technique. But it's like he's going here, 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 here. It's like all over the place. I guess so.
Trump Tower when I started with a 10 speed. Born broke, had to use a nigga instincts. Now I get 100 racks for the 16. Waking up the turkey bacon in my thick queen. Niggas hating, I'm just watching on the big screen. 3 stacks on the beat and the kicks mean.
16 ain't enough. You know how sometimes you got so much to say, but when 16 ain't enough. They only give you 16.
I gotta fast forward just a little bit because he's been a top, and then it's funny when he was talking, he was like, "Let me give you 16." I guess I'm defeating the purpose doing all this talking, huh? That shit dope. Let's see if we can fast forward. Look at Andre 3000. Andre 3000. Oh, did the picture let me know when you about to play? Let's go right there.
Before we tour them shake.
Oh no, too far in.
Oh, never mind.
Ah, right there. So what's that? 45. I'm gonna find it. Let's go to 31.
I can't say what I wanna say. You know, it's just a glimpse. That's all. Just one little single glimpse. Just a page. But I guess I'm defeating the purpose of doing all this talking.
All right. Y'all knew a pause was coming. Shine the spotlight. Andre 3000, a lyrical genius. People think he went crazy. He didn't go crazy. That nigga just doing stuff that he wanted to do now. I'm just saying. When you stop doing stuff that you're expected to do, people think you're crazy. Andre 3000 ain't crazy. But let's listen to this verse. Here we go.
Summer 88, I was 8 or 9, I was in wintertime. Oh, never mind. I'm in my room, booming, drawing LL Cool J album covers with Crayolas on construction paper. I'm trying to fuck my neighbor. I'm trying to hook my waves up. I'm trying to pull my grades up to get them saddle lace ups. Before Lamarck was Jacob, before them girls wore makeup, before my voice would break up, before we toured them shake clubs, before my mama wake up, before my crumbs would cake up, before they tell me they love me and we'll never break up.
Do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see the difference between his verse and Rick Ross' verse? He's talking about his childhood. Crayons on construction paper, listen to LL Cool J. Most likely the bad album, LL Cool J is dope. I got one coming from him. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's coming. That's coming. So but yeah, back to this. Like he's starting from the beginning and then he gradually, moving along. That's what Rick Ross should have did. He just didn't do it. Rick Ross was like, bam, 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 grab this, grab this, grab that. It's like he was trying to impress too many people because he knew Andre 3000 was killing it. Let's get back to it though. I nigga said before the girls wore makeup, bruh. Let's get it.
Was Jacob, before them girls wore makeup, before my voice would break up, before we toured them shake clubs, before my mama wake up, before my crumbs would cake up, before they tell me they love me and we'll never break up, before the time she makes love to someone that I thought was my homeboy, but boy was I wrong now. I don't budge, don't want much, just a roof and a porch and a Porsche and a horse, and unfortunately, but of course, an assortment of tour, just that score, just the skin when they enter intrude. There's who's two, there's did a lousy job. How's he God if he lets Lucifer let loose on us? That noose on us won't loosen up, but loose enough to juice us.
I'm gonna rewind that because I know a lot of y'all did not catch nothing he said. Like I wanted a push and all that stuff. He gradually working up to where he was at, and then basically talk about I know y'all caught that little boy. She make smashing his homeboy. That's kind of crazy. But he goes into religion and he's trying to kind of like question religion. How is God? How is he a God if he let Lucifer? Bruh, y'all not catching that. Y'all not catching that.
One day I thought was my homeboy, but boy was I wrong now. I don't budge, don't want much, just a roof and a porch and a Porsche and a horse. And unfortunately, but of course, an assortment of tour, just that scorches the skin when they enter intrude. Who's too, Durst did a lousy job. How's he God if he lets Lucifer let loose on us? That noose on us won't loosen up, but loose enough to juice us up. Make us think we do so much and do it big, like they don't let us win. I can't pretend, but I do admit it.
Do you see that? How he did religion, Lucifer, God, and he tied it into with race, noose around your bruh. Andre 3000. I think God, if you let Lucifer loose, Lucifer loose, tied that noose, bruh. I'm sorry, man. Y'all sleeping.
On my crumbs with cake up before they tell me they love me and will never break up. Before the time she makes love to someone that I thought was my homeboy, but boy was I wrong now. I don't budge, don't want much, just a roof and a porch and a Porsche and a horse. And unfortunately, but of course, an assortment of tour, just that scorches the skin when they enter intruders. Who's too, Durst did a lousy job. How's he God if he lets Lucifer let loose on us? That noose on us won't loosen up, but loose enough to juice us up. Make us think we do so much and do it big, like they don't let us win. I can't pretend, but I do admit it. Feel good when the hood pseudo celebrate. Hence why every time we dine, we eat until our belly ache. Then go grab the finest wine and drink it like we know which grape and which region it came from. As if we can name them. Hint, hint, it ain't them.
You see how he went? He's talking about his life and what he's going through. Racism. 100,000 is old as fuck. Racism. Seeing people get hanged. Religion. How they try to force religion upon you. How we kind of free, but we're not really free. And then you go to a restaurant where you don't belong. Like, I wouldn't say don't belong, but you know how people get money, they go to them up class restaurants, like they can name the damn, like what they say, I want some caviar or whatever. You know what caviar is? A lot of people don't know what caviar is. I'm gonna let you look it up. I'm not even gonna ruin it for you. Look up what caviar is. Stupid. Anyways, caviar, and then get the wine, most expensive bottle of wine, and don't even know what region it's from. And that's like, bruh, Andre 3000 is a lyrical genius. He gets slept on a lot. I wish, like, y'all don't hear me though.
Every time we dine, we eat until our belly ache. Then go grab the finest wine and drink it like we know which grape and which region it came from. As if we can name them. Hint, hint, it ain't them. Well, just hell just fell 3,000 more degrees cooler. Y'all can't measure my worth, but when you try, you'll need a ruler made by all the Greek gods. Because the odds have always been stacked against me when back's against the wall. I feel right at home, y'all, sitting right at home, all Kelly green with envy while I'm jelly beans descending into the palm of a child. Looks up at mama and smile with such a devilish grin. Like, what the hell have you been?
Yeah, see, I bet you y'all didn't catch all that. I bet you top dollar y'all didn't catch all that. Do you see how he went into religion? Then went into Greek mythology. Went back in time to talk about Greek mythology, bruh. Mind overload. I think I went back too far.
Hint, hint, it ain't well, just hell just fell 3,000 more degrees cooler. Y'all can't measure my worth, but when you try, you'll need a ruler made by all the Greek gods. Because the odds have always been stacked against me when back's against the wall. I feel right at home, y'all, sitting right at home, all Kelly green with envy while I'm jelly beans descending into the palm of a child. Looks up at mama and smile with such a devilish grin. Like, where the hell have you been? She's yelling, selling's a sin. Well, so is telling young men that selling is a sin if you don't offer new ways to win.
Like, I don't think I catching them damn metaphors. Like looking up to your mom, system, his system is designed. That's what he said was back against the wall. He shined better, like he feel like he can perform better when the life or death. But selling's a sin. You can interpret that any kind of way, but he's talking about drugs. Selling a sin. Yeah, flood the hood with all these damn drugs, but y'all arrest these niggas for selling drugs. But y'all ain't offering nothing else to do. Basically trying to make us destroy ourselves and then crucify us for doing what you want us to do because why? It's not in the hood no more. It's everywhere now. So now that y'all just supposed to kill each other, kill yourselves, but now y'all killing everybody. So now we gotta take y'all out because y'all messing up the plan. He could have just said that, but he used his lyricism and wordplay to say it a different way. And you probably would think you just vibing to it. But if you really listen to what he's saying, talking about problems that's going on in the world today, and he's talking about from his eyes what is going on. I hope I broke that down good enough for y'all. This is gonna be a long one. It's almost over. It's almost over.
That selling is a sin if you don't offer new ways to win. A dolphin gon' shake his fin, regardless if he gets in or out of water. Most important thing for him is to swim. And Flipper didn't hold his nose, so why shall I hold my tongue? I miss the days of old when one could hold his gal on his arm. And I set off these alarms when cameras snap, snap, snaps, return fire. Pat, 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 pat. They'll learn why mere privacy so essential. They won't make no laws, I'll break they law till they see out our window.
Y'all probably think he was talking about pictures. He was talking about pictures. Flashing. Flashing. What happens when you shoot a gun? It flash. Bruh! Y'all not catching up. Ah, y'all not catching up. And then he says, I'm gonna go break out your window so you can see what I'm gonna spit this verse. I'm gonna put this in y'all face. Y'all gonna see what I'm talking about. Bruh.
So why shall I hold my tongue? I miss the days of old when one could hold his gal on his arm. And I set off these alarms when cameras snap, snap, snaps, return fire. Pat, 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 pat. They'll learn why mere privacy so essential. They won't make no laws, I'll break they law till they see out our window. I'll take the fall to make them all treat humankind more gentle. Forsake them all, I hate them all, don't like them, don't pretend to. Yeah, something tells me we ain't in Kansas anymore. All the shit that used to be cool ain't cool anymore. All them women we were pursuing, now they want more. And they deserve it all, don't settle for what ain't yours.
16 ain't enough. This show ain't enough, Andre 3000. Man, he was my, he is. I'm about to say was. I was about to say was past just because Outkast is not a group no more. But when it was in a group, I always gravitated towards Andre 3000. Everybody talking about how he dressed and all that stuff. I didn't even care. It was just like dope. Like I always gravitated towards him because his lyricism was always dope to me, even as a young child, especially with the hush that fool, bruh. That might be my next video. I'm reminiscing like a mother. That's the end of the spotlight, man. Spotlight on Andre 3000, man. Hopefully you made it to the end of this video. If you didn't, you missing out. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, especially if you like stuff like this, man. This is for you to listen to while you're working something. Like you ain't even gotta look at it. It's just for you to listen to while you're working. Just give you a new perspective on music and what I think. You know, you can think different. Just tell me what you think in the comments. It's not gonna be an argument. It's just like, hey, you feel different. That's cool. Everybody can feel different. But don't forget to show some love. Holla.